Good morning, all my people. Just got to the Nepean hospital. It's 8:10 at the moment in the morning on this beautiful Wednesday. Had a bit of a chat with the rehab team and neurologists and stuff like that with the hospital here. They've pretty much said that Dani's pretty much at the level. I've got a stray eyelash. Pretty much at the level at the moment that her rehab can take her. Dani's got a bit of therapy. She's got to tackle, basically, she's got to tackle the mental side of it, of everything that she's gone through. So basically, she's got a lot of mental healing she needs to do before her body is ready to really tackle any more severe rehab. See, what was happening with her rehab, right? Her rehab was, to put it in a way best, easier to understand, her body, when she was doing the rehab, she was standing up, she was trying to walk, and when she was straining like that with her muscles and stuff, her nervous system was overloading. And because that, the nervous system was thinking, oh, something's not right, let's shut the body down. And her body would lock up. She'd be literally like a quadriplegic. Her neck, which there's footage that we will show you in time. There's graphic footage with seizures and stuff that we will show you in due time for educational purposes, obviously. Because Dani's at a stage where she's like, it's time for the world to see this stuff firsthand and to show people what can happen as a result of domestic violence and trauma and stress and all this type of stuff. So it will be shown. I was a bit hesitant whether to actually do it or not, but Dani's like, no, the world's got to see it. Everyone's got to see it because we need to learn. We need to educate people on domestic violence, and hopefully the police, the government, the courts, people will see this kind of stuff and see the pain and suffering men, women, and children go through on behalf of domestic violence and stuff that's happening. And even though Dani is going through this and has gone through this, she's one of the lucky ones because she wasn't killed. She survived, along with a lot of thousands and thousands of women that have survived because of this. But still, I mean, is it survival when you're struggling for the rest of your life mentally with PTSD or CPTSD and all the after effects of trauma and everything you went through? But back on the rehab side of things, they've pretty much said that the rehab is pretty much as far as Dani can go right now, because the intense rehab isn't good. She will get back into it in time. But they're looking at a discharge now. So they're working on a discharge plan. I'm hoping next week she can come home. So I'm basically coming to the hospital, looking after the kids as well. Then I'm also home trying to move furniture around, set things up so she can move freely. And if you know our bed and all that in our bedroom, they ain't the cheap stuff. They're the solid wood. They are bloody heavy. They are heavy as hell. So I'll probably pop her back out trying to move it all. But it'll be fine. I'll get it done. But yeah, it's very interesting, this stuff that I've got to do to get her home. But you know what? I love this girl and I'm going to do whatever I can to get things moving along. But we're looking at next week. Next week, she's coming home. And then, as I've said, that's when our channel will really start. The transition from hospital to home and then everything else after it. And these videos are going to be, they're going to be fun. They're going to be funny as hell. Going to be a lot of laughter. There's going to be a lot of tears. Going to be a lot of heartbreak when Dani opens up about certain things. We're going to do podcast type stuff where survivors, victims of DV, whether it be man, woman, or not child. I'm not going to have a child come on there and talk about what's going on. That'd be very inappropriate, because children are vulnerable and they need proper help. But we're going to be talking to survivors and people that have gone through it, because I've got to say to you, like, domestic violence, you think women are at the hands of men, but men have their lives ruined. And believe it or not, men do get beat up by their female partners. It's like my missus, if she come up and punched me in the mouth, I would never hit her back, because she's a woman. It doesn't matter how much, you just kind of block yourself, and, not that that ever happens. But, so there's going to be a lot of talking to other people, but we're going to be showing our lives pretty much. Kind of like the Kim Kardashians, but real. The Kardashians, but real. None of this scripted crap. It's going to be unfiltered, raw, unscripted. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of laughter. There's going to be a lot of struggles. There's going to be a lot of talking and, going away. It's actually going to be, I reckon it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. So, yeah, I reckon it's going to be fun. And you're going to see a whole new side of me and Dani. But when I do get back onto the highway, I'll be on the highway doing my trucky stuff. And then I will transition my videos from trucky stuff to home. And then obviously I'm not going to be going back out onto the highway full time, as in, Sunday night to Friday afternoon. I might get in a couple of Brisbane loads, or, do 2 Brisbane loads. It will take 3.5 days basically. So I'll be doing stuff like that, which my work will, look, my company that I'm working for, I have never had a company that has supported me the way they have. That's why I will always stay with them. They have been absolutely amazing. My bosses down in Sydney, like in Wollongong depot, and then also the bosses down in Melbourne, they have looked after me tremendously. So yeah, it's going to be great. But yeah, like I said, I'll get back onto the highway, start doing my highway work, and then doing trucky stuff, looking after all you truckies again, whenever that time may come. So that's going to be fun, if I remember how to drive an automatic truck, the old Mercedes. So that'll be fun, and then we'll get back to the transitioning of home, and then what's going on at home. But as time goes on, the videos will get better edited, and they'll be amazing. And continue our advocacy work for FND awareness, and also, more particularly, domestic violence awareness. Like, I've said this before, right? Anyone that commits domestic violence, they've awoken a sleeping giant here with me, because people know I'm passionate. I'll go for it. I don't care consequences. I go and I fight for those that need help, and I'm going to be doing that. So get ready for some great videos, some great times. There's going to be laughter. There's going to be crying. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be every single emotion known to man and woman and child. So yeah, get ready, guys. It's going to be amazing. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Can't wait to show you everything in our lives.